What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Super Gamer Boys. I'm your host and captain and dad, Garrett Morlang. And here in the virtual studio with me is the king of video games and resident superstar, Adrian Holmes. What's going on, Adrian?
Hello, gentlemen. I returned on a pause from my journey to become the Elden Lord, aka
Welcome, Tarnished.
I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring and I cannot stop.
Dude, I've been seeing so many clips, so many screenshots. Everyone that I know, and literally everyone I know is playing the game, and I so badly want to play it. But I so badly I also just know that I'm going to spend $70 and I'm not going to be able to beat or play it. It's way too hard. It's too hard of a game. It makes me so sad. I just wish I was a good gamer because I'm so jealous of all of you guys. It looks beautiful.
Oh, it's so good, man.
Thank you.
It's massive.
Yeah.
The lore is incredible. The boss designs are awesome. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to finish it because people are talking about they're putting in 80, 90 hours and they're still at the second boss and there's 50. So and that's
crazy.
50 mainline bigger bosses. There's over 80 total that you have to fight. Not to mention all the mobs out there. It's good grief. I got mollywopped by a giant crab outside of a lake last night. And I couldn't believe it.
I got mollywopped and got crabs when I was in 10th grade, but I mean, it had
Heyo.
nothing to do with Elden Ring.
Also joining us in the studio tonight is the heavyweight podcasting champion of the world, JJ Purdom.
And look at that already with an inappropriate joke right out the gate, right after you just got done telling me, hey, PG it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and take away the reins. I got my nuts cut. I got clipped a little bit.
We had to Vince McMahon you.
Yeah, no chance. Yeah, no chance in hell. And then look at that. And I'm such a rebel. But it's good to see you guys this week. And just for your guys' information, for everybody out there listening, this week I got a cat. And I don't like cats. I know for all you feline-loving people, I got a cat because my kids are vicious monsters that are like, Dad, we'll clean up after the cat. We'll, clean the litter box and whatever.
An age-old lie.
Yep. And you know what? I said, you're lying. They're like, no, Daddy, we're not lying. We love you, please. And I'm like, I know you love me, and especially more than your mother. Of course you can have a cat. And you know what? I've cleaned after that cat and had a stupid litter box cleaned 3 times. And I've had to dust up my face. I hate cats. And of course that cat loves me. And I know it's because I feed it and I take care of it. And I even pet it sometimes. But don't tell anybody,
that
okay?
makes me sick. That makes me think.
What did the kids say when you're
like,
why am I thought you said you guys got this. Why am I cleaning this up every time?
I don't actually talk back to him because I don't know if you know, but
See, it sounds like you wanted the cat. That's what it sounds like. And you're trying to pin it on your kids because you don't want to say, I found a kitten that I feel is adorable and would like to take care of.
No, really what it comes down to is my youngest daughter is 6. My Emma, I call her Tiger. Tiger she's mean. She's just mean. She's the most beautiful thing in the world when she's asleep. Oh, God, it's so lovely. Just to watch her sleep. It's like, oh, my little princess. When she's awake, she's a terror. I've seen tornadoes on TV that have torn whole towns down that are less chaotic than her. And so you don't want to test her. Because she looks at me like, you getting lippy again, Dad? I said I want a quesadilla.
You still didn't get that cat, huh, old man?
I'm making ribeyes for everybody. And she's like, I said quesadilla. And she's going to slap me. And I'm like, I'll just, and then I'm in there making a quesadilla. And then literally my son is like, Dad, I thought you said we were doing ribeye. And I'm like, oh, no, we're having ribeye. But your sister said quesadilla. And he just looks at me like, man, it was so much harder when I was little. What the? You're not that much older.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Yeah. Going back to the cat thing, I just want to say, aren't you super allergic to everything?
Very.
I'm really curious how that works out.
I'm allergic to the litter, the dust.
Which you constantly clean up.
Yeah. This is my allergies horrible. Yeah.
That's where I have to say,
if I even think about going into a house that might have cats, I start sneezing. I can't imagine like owning that thing. Like,
So
See, that would have been the deal. Is like, hey, you know your dad is allergic, right? Allergic to cat litter. So if I clean this up, I could possibly die. That would have been them. That would have been the onus to make sure that they clean up the litter.
no, but here's the deal, Adrian. If you mouthed off like that to my 6-year-old, you would have your ass in the kitchen making a quesadilla so fast, and you'd be like, I don't know what just happened here, but like she Jedi mind tricked me. And, oh my God, I'm making Star Wars references. I barely become a nerd, Garrett.
And you
It's your
talk
fault.
about us neutering you. Okay. Would you like some chicken on your quesadilla, dear?
You know what? I really do have the allergy to the litter. I do that. I have such an allergy to the litter. Garrett, I don't know if you remember, we can't say her full name, but there was a customer, Brooke, that we used to do pest control for that had a whole room that was a cat litter room. She had 9 cats in her house. And so there was a room in the house that was nothing but these big tubs full of cat litter. And it was just rancid. Like, it would tear you apart to go into this room. It hurt your lungs breathing.
You'd walk in there with a respirator on, the respirator starts melting. Like it starts hissing, you know? It's just like,
I know exactly what you guys are talking about, dude. Unneutered cat pee is just, oh my God.
It's the worst.
It's one of the worst smells animals can produce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. And
Just thinking about it.
Locked up in this room with all the, and it wasn't like actual like litter boxes. It was like the big like storage totes.
It's storage totes full of litter.
Full of like what you get at Walmart, like full of kitty litter and piss and crap. And I'm like, why, please? So horrible, man.
And then you know what's even worse is she asked me one time, "Does it smell like cat in here?" And I'm like, "No, not at all." No, look her right in the eye.
And no lightning struck you for such a blatant lie.
Not at all. But like, what are you supposed to say? Like, oh, it's so bad. Like, my eyes are burning, ma'am. Like, it's making me physically ill to be in your home.
From then on, she couldn't believe a thing you said though about pest control because
that's true.
She knew you lied. She's like, I know you're full of crap. Like now, when I ask you a question about pest control, I know I can't trust you farther than I can throw you, dude. Like, really?
Yeah, and you can't throw me very far. And like,
can't. Oh man, I don't like the slander happening in the Twitch chat. So everyone was like hyped on Elden Ring, and then when I said when I said that I was bad at playing From Software games, they all started like talking smack about me.
What they say? What? Good.
So, well, Boba Fett said I want to ring JJ's Elden. I don't know if that.
Oh, he's matching your energy, man.
Nate, it's been so long, dude. Thank you so much. I've had my Elden, Boba or whatever you call it, in so long.
Then he says,
I haven't had my Elden Boba.
I don't think that's what you're going for there.
I don't know. I'm tired.
Understand the sentiment.
And then he says, Dan, I heard Garrett's too afraid to play. Adrian told me that JJ told him Garrett's son approached him in confidence. He's embarrassed of his own father. Like, now you're bringing my son into it? Really? Come on. Man.
I'm sorry, but I happened to share it with Adrian. Adrian was my one tell. And then you happen to go and tell Nate? Okay. I see. That's not on me, though.
Hey,
like, he's
I got squeezed for information. What can I say? When it's this juicy, really something's bound to drip.
Now the Dan keeps saying it as multiplayer, but the problem is if I was to get it, it'd be on PS5, and I'm sure they're playing it on Xbox Series X. So that's the problem.
Yep.
So, Dan and Boba, if you're playing on PS5, I'll get it. We can do multiplayer. But if not, then there's no crossplay. So it doesn't work that way.
Why is there not crossplay on there? That doesn't make any sense right now.
I don't know. You think it would be a standard at this point, but
yeah.
It's From Software. They do weird things like make their games ridiculously hard.
That is absolutely true too.
For no reason. Alrighty, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the new PlayStation VR2 update, what Pokemon Present revealed this weekend, and what's PlayStation's Project Spartacus all about. But first, let's give a quick shout out to our Patreon producers. We have Kajoma, aka Jr. That's right.
Pause real quick.
Pause.
Jr., I hope you didn't think that we didn't see that you haven't changed your name, by the way. Mm-hmm. We all agreed and gave you that name. I better see some change enacted here.
Yeah, that handle needs to be changed immediately.
You asked us to give you a name, and we did.
We did it.
Just saying.
Did the thing. We did our job. Now you do yours. Also, Bleep Bloop and Eddie Martin. And also shout out to our Super Gamer sponsors, Julie Bates and Mama Mare. If you want to be awesome just like those folks, go over to patreon.com/supergamerboys, where you can support us starting at just $1 a month. You get episodes early and ad-free, such as this show and our Super Gamer Book Club show hosted by Adrian. The episode that's out currently to you Patreon folks is the Metroid Dread Talk with featuring Zech Keenan, Patrick Ellers, and Connor McCabe. Fantastic episode. We've been talking about it for weeks, so please go support us and listen to it. Otherwise, got to wait 2 more months for it. And I think we're probably in the next couple weeks going to be recording. Well, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully soon we're going to be recording the next book club, and I'm excited for that one too. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. We can tell them.
You want to go ahead? You do it. You do the honors.
The next one is going to be Streets of Rage 4. An all-time, well, we'll see if it's all-time depending on how we come to a consensus on it. Arcade beat 'em up classic. Does it stand with the other 3? You'll have to wait and find out.
Interesting. Yeah, so tune in to patreon.com/supergamerboys. Otherwise, you got to wait around like the rest of those losers who get it from the free feed, you know?
Losers that we love.
We love very dearly. But we do have a free feed that you can go listen to Cadence of Hyrule episode with Trouser Schnauzer. Very fun episode as well. We'll talk more about our Patreon later on the show. But first, I want to give a quick shout out to Jack Sriracha and Yate for allowing us to use their music on our show. Thank you so much for making sick tunes that we can just vibe out to while we're talking about video games. So enjoy it. And if you want to find them, links are in the description below for Spotify. And I think they're on Apple Music as well. You'll just have to search for it because I can't get links because I don't have it. All right. Now it's time to check the mail.
I gotta be honest. I've been tarnishing up so bad. So much. I don't got. Look, I barely pulled Indie Boys together like right before the show. I'm telling you, that game has consumed all my time.
Now, I know you're probably going to talk more about it in the What You're Playing segment, but I just need to know real quick. Have you met any of those pot guys, the pot friends?
No, not yet. And I've been going traveling a good distance. So it's I've run into giant devil horned, giant sword carrying, almost like demon people. I've run into giant crabs. I've run into giant groups of turtles. I've been sent to a giant mine, or not a giant mine, a gem mine with monsters that are made up of gems with giant spears that have tried to kill me.
Okay. All right.
But no pot boys yet.
No pot boy. I know at the Game Awards when like little pot friend came out, pot boy came out. I was like, dude, like that thing is so cute. And then
I'm sure it ain't cute in the game.
No.
Speaking of Pop Boy, let's talk about Eddie Martin real quick. I had requested that I wanted to see Eddie Martin. I don't know if Eddie Martin does pot, but I had requested Eddie Martin do a video of him singing "Livin' La Vida Loca."
I forgot about this. Oh my god!
Did he deliver?
Well, he did post something on Discord, and I don't know exactly what it was, Garrett. I don't. Can you bring that up,
better.
or do you?
I don't think I can bring it up here on the actual show, but it's so much better. He posted a link, so go over to if you go to supergamerboys.com/Discord, join our Discord there. It's completely free, and you can chat with us anytime you want. Leave your questions there. Talk about the episode. He said, yeah, okay, sure. Ricky Martin and I have never been in the same room together, ... He says, and guys, I don't have any clips of me covering Ricky Martin songs, but I can give you something great instead. And he gave a YouTube link, and it says, here is me from my boy band days, circa 2007. Excuse the potato quality. I was the quote-unquote tough one. And it's a cover.
Are you about to tell me?
It's a cover of him and his buddies doing
that Eddie was in a boy band
called the HB Boys. HB Boys. It's gonna be me. So
gold.
You want to see an NSYNC cover featuring our very own Patreon producer? Go over to Discord and check that bad boy out.
So Eddie, this is like when somebody like lobs a softball at you and then you knocked it right out of the park, dude, like a champ. because you delivered, man. Thank you, brother.
I watched that.
I
laughed so hard.
I've only known Eddie the last like couple of years, right? So just I can only imagine like his face now with that big old beard, just on stage dancing to boy band songs.
No,
and
what's better is he has
right now.
What's better is he has this little dirt stash looking thing. Like it is so not great. Oh man, so good.
The Fortnite kid wanted to show that he's still alive, that I still feed him, and that he's like, hey, I wanted to see if I got.
Hey,
He's even got a Fortnite shirt on.
He's there. Remember when we used to do?
It's
same thing. It's all the same. It's all the same Fortnite, Minecraft. I said the same thing. I was like, oh, he's wearing a Fortnite shirt, and he definitely wasn't.
It looks very similar to the Fortnite shirt.
We can't be able to host a gaming podcast and not be able to know the difference between the two biggest games in the world. We can't do that.
I hate calling those the two biggest games in the world, but
they are.
It's true.
Remember when we used to do the Fortnite report and he would come on, and oh man, I miss those days when we could actually record in studio next to each other.
Yeah, next to each other in the studio, and he would show up and he would do the Fortnite report, talk about whatever the big news item was, like if they had an event or whatever. And funny enough, like he plays on Xbox with all of his buddies. And he was like, yeah, I've been on a podcast. My dad is on a podcast. The Super Gamer Boys, they're on YouTube. And like, so then he like made them go look at videos where he was on the show. Like he's like, so they're like, wow, you were on the show.
No way, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, man.
So
and then
good.
all of them were like, your dad is a trip.
Oh my gosh, so good. All right. Dan says, if you close your eyes, Minecraft and Fortnite are the same. True. Very true. Exactly. If you close your eyes, everything's the same, right? All right, let's get into these questions here.
Relax, JJ.
I bit my lip. You have no idea.
Relax.
You have no idea. Like, I was like... Not technically. Right. But, you know, like... Look, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. You know, so... Come on, bear with me.
All right.
This first question comes from our very own Patreon producer, Eddie Martin, and he writes,
Eddie HB.
What is the Eddie HB?
HB Martin.
Read the question.
What I'm sorry. What is the best and worst concert you've ever been to?
So I've been to a couple of concerts at Shoreline Amphitheater in California when out on the grass in my 18, 19-year-old time frame, smoking pot and hanging out on the grass, listening to Santana. Santana was a really cool concert. I saw Sammy Hagar there, and Sammy Hagar was completely stoned and had a horrible concert. And there was way too many people there, and it was horrible. Like there was just too much going on, too many people, and so like the experience being in the crowd sucked. My favorite my favorite experience with a band or concert was a small little concert where this bluegrass group was a man and a woman playing like banjos and playing like this bluegrass music. And I walked by the theater where I did a lot of stage acting with my daughter, who I just had my son was just born. He was like a couple weeks old. And I walked by with Deanna. Deanna was 8 years old. And one of my friends was out front of the theater and said like, hey, they've got this bluegrass thing and there's no audience. There's like a dozen people here. Why don't you guys come and watch the show tonight? And funny enough, my daughter, Deanna, I said, like, hey, what do you think? You want to go and sit and watch a concert? She'd never seen a concert of music before. So we went and sat down and went and told Mom, hey, we're going to go do this theater thing, you know, go watch this concert. And it was the most beautiful night in my entire life. And I actually talked about it at my daughter's wedding, that I still see her, like the light dancing off of her eyes, you know, looking over at her and just realizing that's the best day of my life. Was, you know, that concert with some beautiful music and just me and my little girl and stuff like that. So Yeah, and there was
man.
Ginny and
Oh,
Billy. Ginny
jeez,
and Billy.
JJ.
That's kind of poetic, man.
All right, wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, and then I shit up the bathroom something fierce, man.
Okay.
I blew
That's
it
what
up,
I was
so-
waiting for.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I was like, wow, I don't know if I could say anything about that. I was
Yeah,
really
I mean-
sincere.
All right.
I was gonna let you have that one.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
The best concert I think I've ever been to was, I think it was 2018. I went to a Childish Gambino concert, and he absolutely rocked the place. I was jumping from start to finish. The floor seats, which I have no desire to sit at anymore. I'm an old man. I'm not doing that anymore. I was up in the second floor, sitting down. I had my drink and I was just enjoying the show. I cannot do it anymore. No more mosh pit. No more
mosh
floor.
pit? Aw.
Can't do it. I look, I've had my days in the mosh pit. All right. I'm good. I'm old. Let me have it.
But he was phenomenal, though.
Yeah, he was awesome. He
Yeah.
did a great set. And this was when our show got delayed because he broke his foot. So we had to wait a little bit for that, but he came back and rocked the house. That was the best one. The worst one. So I used to work for the county where I live, and we had a lot of, what's the word? Tribute bands. And let's just say, I'm gonna just lump all of them together because tribute bands 99% of the time are pretty awful.
Yep.
So that'll be my
Yep.
best and that'll be my worst. So
Yep.
I'll leave it at that.
Dang. For me, the best show I've ever been to was up in Sacramento at the Ace of Spades, and I saw Mute Math there. I love Mute Math so much, and I've always have. And it was right before. I don't know if at this point they had announced it yet, or if it was like weeks after this they announced that they were breaking up as a band. But I got to see them like right before they were done, basically. And I'm like, oh man, I'm glad I got that in. Like one of my favorite bands of all time. I got to see them. So freaking good. Like their music's incredible anyways on records, but they know how to put on a freaking good live show. And like the lead singer from them, Paul Meany, he actually like produces and now like plans out like I really like 21 Pilots. He's actually their like producer and does like all their live show stuff. I'm like, that's why they have such good live shows, is because they literally have like the king of live shows going and like, running their stuff. But dude, yeah, Mute Math was incredible. The worst show, JJ, you're gonna make so much fun of me, but I have to tell this. And this is not the worst show necessarily because the show itself was bad. The concert was bad. So I was like,
I think a Disney on Ice type of thing, like a real sissified.
No.
Disney on
Hey,
Ice at least takes
just
some
wait.
skill. Ice skating takes some skill now. You're gonna at least be entertained by that.
You're gonna like this. Okay. I hope you do anyways. So I was maybe 5th grade or something like that. I don't know what age that is, but I just 5th grade or something like that. And we were going to, so at the church we were going to, there's a bunch of people from the church going to this Christian contemporary worship kind of concert. Big Daddy Weave. I don't know if you've ever heard of Big Daddy Weave. Yeah, so we were going to Big Daddy Weave and FFH concert. Super just like, like all like worship music, stuff like that. I drank like 6 Gatorades on the way there though.
Oh boy, we were partying tonight, huh? Ooh man,
You're fully hydrated. He's like fully hydrated.
No.
I'm
Wait,
so hydrated right now, bro.
We show up and the line to get in was like, they was just like backed up a little bit, like for tickets and stuff. And I had to pee so bad as like this little kid. I'm like, I'm gonna pee my pants. Like we're pulling in the driveway and I'm like doing one of these with my legs, trying to cross them and like holding it in. And we're like in this minivan with like 6 other people, like me and my mom are in the far back in the 3rd row of this minivan. I'm like, it's coming. I've got to go. I got it. Something.
She
This
didn't
is
give you a
not
cup
good.
to pee in?
No, she's. I mean, I had like all these. I had like Gatorade bottle. I could have just went like.
Dude,
No,
right.
but-
Go in the trunk, man. You gotta
Dude,
go in.
I'm like-
If you're in a big van like that, I'm sure you could just climb over the back seat. Look, you gotta whip it out, pee in the bottle, twist it off.
No,
Not your
man.
dick.
I
No,
I was-
nobody's-
Well,
I no.
it was
I was a
fifth
dumb
grade,
little
so
kid.
you probably could have.
I was I was a dumb little kid. I'm holding this thing, and we get up to the line, and finally I'm like, we need to go in like right now. So like we're like talking to people like, hey, can we cut ahead of you? Can we cut ahead of you? I think we talked to like security or like whoever was at the door. Like we went, whoever's taking tickets, like, hey, can we just go in? He has to go to the bathroom real bad. They finally let us in, but literally as I'm like walking towards the bathroom,
Oh.
I peed my pants. Wet completely. I was like,
Tell me you went home. Tell me you did not stay for the show. Garrett.
No. You
I
sat
went-
in the pants.
my mom's
That's
like, come with me. So I went with my mom into the women's bathroom and I cleaned my shorts. Like we washed my shorts and I stood in front of a hand dryer for like 10 minutes drying my shorts and then went
So
and
now-
sat at the show and watched a show with wet pea shorts.
Everybody's looking around. Why does it smell like pee in here?
Okay, Garrett, full transparency. You were actually 22. Like, be honest. Be honest. It wasn't fifth grade. You're
Dude,
changing the age.
I was just a
You know,
boy. I was just a
Most people
boy.
pee themselves after drinking too much. Too much like adult beverages. Not you. You pre-gamed for this so much that you ended up at the same
Yeah. He's like,
destination as people who were
damn-
drinking.
that damn ice blast got me. Got me.
You just took a completely different route to get there. That's hilarious.
It was it was so bad. It was so horrible. I hated it, the entire thing. It was the worst.
That is the most fifth grade pregame story I've ever heard, man.
Yep,
It's gold.
That's the worst concert I've ever been to. This is covered in my own
Can't
pee.
blame them for that.
I did, and I still do.
I hate those bands. I peed my pants because of them.
And they should have broken up because you had to pee yourself,
Yeah,
right?
they should
All
have
right,
broken
folks. Smells like pee in here. We're breaking up.
up. They, oh man, it was so bad. Yep. So that's it. So you're welcome. Now you have some more ammunition, JJ.
Oh, I can't even be mad at it. Nah. I'm going to leave it alone. You're fifth grade.
Yeah.
So you say. You know,
It
so
happens.
you say.
So you
So
say.
let's-
So you say.
All right, let's get on to this next question. This next one's from Sir Prince a lot, and he asked, "What musical artist or band do you enjoy that we might not know about?" Eddie's question made me think of my love for Mew, hands down the most talented group and the best live show I've ever seen. So, what is your guys' favorite artist or band that might not be as well known?
Yeah, that's a very difficult question. I don't know anybody off the top of my head that I listen to. I listen to a lot of old stuff. So I don't really have like any new, unheard of bands or acts that I'm like, man, that's really great. I just don't know any right now. To be perfectly honest, I listen to a lot of like Johnny Cash, Beach Boys, and the Beatles. And then I mix it in with new stuff. Guilty Pleasure, big huge fan of Meghan Trainor. Yeah, no, I'm a huge fan of Meghan Trainor. Like I'm
The
singing her
bass
songs.
girl?
Yeah, all about that bass. Yeah. Dude, look, I'm telling you right now. Like, we put that on, and I'm cleaning house, and I am jamming, and I'm like, I am the only 43-year-old dude.
And you had the nerve to talk trash about Disney on Ice? And you're listening to a
But
Disney
have
level
you-
pop star?
Have you never heard, I feel better when I'm dancing? Yeah. Come on.
That's exactly what they would be playing at Disney on Ice.
I can pull it off, though. You know what I
Oh my god.
Oh my God. All right, I got one.
Oh man.
So I really love this group called, well, it's more of a duo. Well, I mean, you can call it a group. It's called the Foreign Exchange. So I guess you could say head of the group is an artist named Fonte. who is one half of the rap duo called Little Brother. And he is a very talented rapper and has an excellent singing voice, which he uses in a lot of their records when they are together as Little Brother. And the Foreign Exchange is his kind of like his solo project, but it's with another person, but it's not with his rap partner. And they make R&B projects, and they're really, really well done. They're really well composed, and all his melodies are really good. So that is my pick for a group that people might not know about, but is excellent. And as a bonus, Little Brother is very good as a group as well.
Okay. Let's check that out. For me, this is hard because I feel like, I'm kind of in the same boat. I listen to a lot of like bigger stuff and even like older stuff, but I guess I had to pick one. I think Paper Route. I don't know how. I feel like I don't hear a lot of people talk about them. So yeah, I guess they're small enough to where I could throw them out there. So Paper Route. Go listen to Paper Route. They just have some fun like indie rock kind of sound to them. Nothing. I don't know. I'm trying to think like how to describe them. They just have like some really, really awesome melodies, some really awesome riffs, and their one album is very heavily like kind of like trying to remember the name of what was it? Now I'm blanking on it. I don't know. Go listen to Paper Route. I know I'm doing a really bad job at pitching them. Honestly,
I can't remember anything they make or what they really sound like, but go listen to them.
Though. I dig it.
No, I tell you, I've been racking my brain all day. That Paper Route just popped in my head now. I've been racking my brain all day about this, so you're right. I'm not selling it great, but go listen to Paper Route. They're really good. They have really cool, indie rock if that's your thing. So sorry for not selling Paper Route as well as I could. I'm still recovering from peeing my pants at the FFH concert. I'm sorry.
All these years later.
Bringing those memories back just in a flood. Just kind of like, man, I might need to end the show earlier. All right. Next question here from Jr. He got a little salty after I made fun of him for using the word y'all so much last week. So this is what he writes back. In part of my French.
Please.
Si les mots, y'all, est si difficile pour vous, essayez ça. Est-ce que vous êtes en train de lire les livres à ce moment et si c'est laisser coller livre?
Okay. Thankfully, I actually speak perfect French because I actually had 3 years of French and up until junior year. I wasn't allowed to go senior year. So what he just asked, I'm surprised that he's able to speak that good of French. He just asked if any of us have ever experienced a ménage à trois, or what we in America call the Devil's Triangle. So,
interesting query.
I don't know what that is.
No, he said it was plain as day. I don't understand.
Ménage à trois. You don't know what that is, Garrett?
No, you're just speaking more French to me.
There's no way.
Garrett, it's a three-way. He's asking if any of us have had a three-way before.
Aren't you 27? How do you not know what that term is?
Okay.
Don't you have two children?
Right.
Yeah, Junior, I think that's a little bit of like a personal like question, dude. I don't know if you should be bringing up stuff like that on the podcast. This is a PG show, and we're trying to like be broader audience. So let's keep.
We gotta appeal to the families. Was that a good McMahon right there?
That was a Vince McMahon.
We gotta appeal to the family.
Kajoma's actually in the chat, and he did say, Garrett, that was good French, so thank you.
Oh.
But bad question, Kajoma.
That, were you?
According to the translation from JJ, bad question.
Yeah, no. Bad question.
I looked up, I did old Google Translate, because even though maybe I can read French, it doesn't mean I know what it actually says. And he's wondering if we're reading any books, what book are we reading? At least that's what Google...
you calling me a liar now?
At least,
you're
saying
you a liar?
Straight up liar.
I just feel I'm very offended. You basically called me a liar on my own show. Like, who does that?
It's, you know what?
Okay,
I
you
do.
want to
I
ask
do.
what was the
I do.
question again? What was the question?
Well, the question was, what books are you reading? And I just want to say to Kajoma, we're not reading. Who reads books? We're adults.
Now, wait a minute. I thought about this, and
Oh, okay.
I got a couple of things. Now, if we're talking about straight up literature, like if you're cracking open a nice Stephen King, I'm not there with you. Now, however, if you want to talk about a nice comic book or a manga, then I'm right there with you.
I love the way you
That's a fruit. I don't know if you know that or not.
that's mango.
mango. Isn't
Okay.
that
Yeah, no.
doesn't that mean to eat? Oh, that's manger. Never mind. That's another language.
Is that French?
I think it might be French. I don't know.
You knew
French,
that, but
Spanish,
you couldn't read the question.
Italian.
Right.
I did read the question. I can read the question. Kajoma said I read it just fine. I just don't know what it means.
So
Anyway.
I think it's a great question. I'm probably the only one here that reads normal novels and stuff like that for entertainment purposes.
Now we're getting all judgy up in here.
Yeah,
Okay.
No,
I see how it is.
no judging. But I do so on a pretty regular basis. I like to read. I really enjoy it. There was a time not so long ago in my life, a few years ago, when I would never be caught without a book in my back pocket that I called shitterature, because you got to have something to read in the bathroom. Now it's just on your phone. So
That's pretty clever.
you know, so yeah, well, but I would always get like these huge thick books, and they would just stick out so badly out of my back pocket. It was horrible. It was atrocious. But I'm
You need a
reading
Kindle,
Joe Hill.
sir.
Joe Hill is actually Stephen King's son, and so I'm reading a Joe Hill book that is a bunch of short stories. They're all like about 30 pages long.
Do you mean
And-
Jonah Hill?
No, it's different guy, a lot skinnier,
Okay.
and doesn't smell. Like, he doesn't have like a body odor issue like Jonah Hill does. So yeah, it's Joe Hill, and so he's a great author. He's got like a really great little book called Black Phone, and so one of the stories actually is in the process of becoming a movie right now, and so there's a lot of great stories in it, and I'm about halfway through it right now.
Okay.
Right on.
All right. Okay, at least one of us is educated here. All right.
That's so funny. The guy from Nebraska.
I
just
got
wanna
no
throw out
time to
there-
read book.
I just want to throw out there that one of the best comic books of the last 10 years.
Manga.
No, this is an American-made comic book.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you very much, sir. Your disrespect of the Japanese comic art form will not be tolerated any longer. No, but Saga just recently came back after I think maybe a 3 or 4 year hiatus. It's an Image Comics book that has taken the world by storm. It's considered one of the biggest and best comic stories of the last decade. It just came back recently, and the new chapter is picks up where it left off, and it feels like they never left. So that's what I've been reading as of late.
Okay. All right. I guess I'm the only uncultured one here. So let's move on before I feel even more shameful that I don't read. This last question came under the buzzer from Dan in the chat. He says, favorite flavor of gum.
Hmm.
And I would have to say bubble tape, grape.
Well, I don't chew
because
gum.
I'm still 10 years old.
I don't chew gum, but if I was, I would go with Big League Chew, because that's just what you do.
What flavor?
Big League Chew is like strawberry.
But there's a grape one too.
The grape
I
one,
don't think
that's
I ever
pretty
had
good.
grape. No, maybe I
Grape's
had
pretty
grape back in the day. I know my son fell in love with Big League Chew, and I loved it. You just pull out a wad and like you act like you're a baseball player, all the straight bubble gum.
Dipping that
Yeah,
big
yeah,
league chew.
Get it in your lip.
Yeah.
The flavor lasts about 30 seconds and then,
Oh,
then
less.
it's
Well, that
gone.
was to
Less,
encourage
yeah.
you to spit.
right. Like, oh, this is nasty. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I mean, the what is it called? I think it's Bubblicious, the ones that come in little squares.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have a strawberry mixed with something flavor. That's probably their best one.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going like gum, like adult gum, really, any of them will do, honestly. But like, I don't really care.
Except
I could care
Big
less,
Red.
but-
I cannot stand Big
Oh,
Red.
really? Okay, now that you say that, like that is one of my favorites. Though I didn't realize like, do people not like Big Red?
I don't like Big Red. People clearly like Big Red because it's still around. But I'm just saying,
I love it.
cinnamon flavored stuff that's not actual cinnamon flavor, it does not do it for me.
It's like Fireball.
Don't get me started.
So good. All right. That's it for the questions this week. Thank you all so much for writing in. And remember, you can write your questions in anywhere. You can DM us on any of our social media platforms, or if you want to communicate with us throughout the week and send your questions in, go to supergamerboys.com/discord, where you can hang out during the week. And remember, after last week, Adrian made it very clear, write your questions in or we'll shut the whole show down. So
That's me hitting my fists in the 1940s knuckle sandwich way.
Yep, that's exactly what that was, and not anything else. Now it's
Don't
time.
I'm biting my lip again. I'm biting my lip again so bad.
Now it's time for the I don't know. What do I normally do here? It's now
Nerdy
time
nudes.
for Nerdy Nudes.
JJ,
Time
go.
for Nerdy Nudes.
It's now time for the nerdy nudes.
Oh man. Sorry, Angel in the chat. I just saw your question. Do you like Fireball?
It's
Yes.
awful.
I
Don't
got
bring that to a party. It will not get drunk.
yeah, it's horrible. I don't know if you guys ever drank Hot Damn. You guys ever have Hot Damn before?
Was that
It's
like a hot
even-
totty?
It is like a cinnamon
A
alcohol.
Hot Dan?
drink.
Hot Dan's who's in the chat right now.
Hot Damn is not as good as Hot Dan.
Okay.
You
No,
know.
I'm curious now. What does it entail?
Hot Damn is a spicy liqueur, a hard liquor that is a cinnamon based, and it burns your throat.
Now, is it
drinking
actual cinnamon or cinnamon flavor, like cinnamon
I think
candy
it's cinnamon
flavor?
I haven't had it in 20
I'm looking this
years.
up. We're looking it up right here on this show.
But I got my one and only tattoo while drinking Hot Damn, and it is.
I'm
and
out.
I'll tell you.
If it gets you that
And-
messed up, I'm good.
Wait,
Yes.
you have a tattoo?
Yeah.
How do I not know this?
What?
I thought I've talked about this.
Have you?
Yeah.
Where was I?
I'm surprised you
know.
don't, Garrett.
Dude, I'm looking at this. This is just like poor man's Fireball. like it looks like
it is, but the taste is like cinnamon, and it's hot in your throat. It burns. It's disgusting. It's horrible.
if you can't afford the $10 bottle of Fireball, you can get this for $5.99.
Just pretty much, you're close. I don't know what the price would be anymore.
No,
I
I'm
haven't
looking.
had
It says
any-
it shows right here. I'm looking at it on Google
Really?
Shopping. It says $5. Actually, you can get it from Brown Derby Wine Center for $3.99. So there you go. Go get yourself a big old bottle of Hot Damn for $3.99.
I'm good.
I'll tell you, and here's the problem. It's the drinking. It isn't the real issue. The throwing it up is the part that really messes you up.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Nope. I'm okay. Oh,
Yeah, I
throwing
don't know
up
about
that
that.
cinnamon taste. Oh,
yeah.
my
It's
God.
the worst. It's honestly the worst.
All right. This first news story comes from IGN.com. Joe Scrubbles over there writes, PlayStation VR2, get a first look at the new headset. Unfortunately, this article is a very visual one, so go look it up if you want to see it. But we are going to talk about here, maybe we'll try to describe the look
Let me
of
help
it
you
and,
visualize it.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
help
go
you
ahead.
visualize
Go ahead.
it.
Let's see if you can get this. It's going to be tricky, but I think you.
No, it's
let's
not.
see.
Listen, listeners at home, let me help you out. As Garrett's reading this article, if you own an Oculus Quest 1 or 2, pick it up and look at it. That's PlayStation VR 2.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
They have
So Sony,
clearly ripped off Meta's design, and they will be
Right.
hearing from Meta's lawyers very soon. I'm sure of it.
I love how you've just fallen right into calling them Meta. You're just joining the sheep.
Yeah, you jumped on the bandwagon real fast, Adrian.
That's their name. What do you want me to do? Are we not covering the news? Is that not the news, right? You don't call.
Fake news. Fake news.
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding.
Meta sucks. Don't get me wrong. They suck, but they're still named Meta. Okay.
It's so dumb. They're Facebook. Come on. No one actually calls them Meta. And when they do, everyone's like, who are you talking about? What? Like, no one actually knows what you're talking about.
I just want to make that clear. They're garbage. They just make a good headset. And even then, they don't make it. They just bought the people that make it.
Right. Oh man, Sony has offered a first look at the PlayStation VR2 headset, which has been designed to match the look of the base PS5. Revealed on the PlayStation blog, Sony's Senior Vice President Platform Experience, Hideaki Nishino, explained that the look of PSVR 2 was inspired by the curved white and black look of the PS5 and its other peripherals, and no other VR headsets whatsoever.
I was going to say, sure it was. Sure it was. Let's go look at some Sony credit card statements and see which one of them says Oculus on it.
But the headset itself was designed to match the orb look of the previously revealed Sense VR controllers, which themselves have been updated to match the PS5 color scheme. Nishino went on into more specific detail, saying that a key to the design is immersion, to the point where you almost forget you're using a headset or controller. VR2 retains a balanced weight and adjustable headband, but adds a lens adjustment dial, a slimmer headset, and a reduced weight. The headset will also include a vent to allow for airflow and stop lens fogging. As previously announced, the headset will also include a motor to provide rumble feedback, which I didn't realize that. Apparently it was previously announced, but the headset is going to have rumble.
That seems like it's going to be weird, and it's going to give you a headache real fast.
Yeah, that sounds like just a headache machine. Like when you really just want to like torture yourself.
Right.
Just go play Call of Duty.
Vision disoriented. All my senses are cut off because I'm probably going to have headphones while I have it on. And now you want to vibrate my head? That's either going to give you a headache or it's going to make you throw up real fast.
Yeah, let's go play some Call of Duty VR and like hopefully I don't get headshotted a bunch of times.
Oh my goodness.
Man, the adjustable scope and headphone jack will remain in the same position as the original PSVR. We've now learned that the headset and controllers look like what they look like had the PSVR 2 name confirmed, and heard about its first exclusive game, Horizon Call the Mountain, but we still don't have any official release date, although previous reports pegged it as holiday 2022. So, yeah, there's not much to this news story, but I just want to talk about the fact that, like, so on this page, there's a little chart here that compares PSVR 2, PSVR 1, Oculus Quest 2, Valve Index, the top 3 available headsets, and then PSVR 2. Are we at a point where it's just like you're just buying the same headset, or like it's getting to be too many? Like you look at the stats, and the stats are all pretty much the same. Especially, I mean, once PSVR gets knocked off and PSVR 2 comes out, it's all basically the same. The only difference is Oculus Quest 2 standalone, Valve Index requires a PC, and PSVR requires a PS5. But I mean, the technology is the same.
Pretty much. The only thing that's, I feel like, keeping these things apart at this point is the exclusivity deals, right?
Yeah.
Even if the same game came out,
into another console war.
Yeah, pretty much. Because
but for VR headsets.
Right. Because Oculus Quest 2 can run pretty much whatever PSVR 2 is going to run. It may have to run it at a reduced fidelity because it's all in the headset. It doesn't have a PS5 powering it. But to be fair, that takes a lot of processing power to do a VR experience with a PS5. So when you think about all that drawback that you may have to have, like, I don't know if you ever had the original, I know you did, Garrett, the original PSVR. Mm-hmm. When you played games in there, it did not look like, it wasn't crystal clear super HD. Yeah. Right. But it was the fact that you were in the world was what the immersive part was.
Yeah. 100%.
So I feel like this is probably going to be the same thing where once you realize how much power it takes to push a VR world, it's probably going to end up looking similar, if not the same, as a Quest 2. It's just hooked up to a PS5. Yeah. So really, those games could run on both platforms. It's just going to be Sony's going to pull the old trick of, you know, they already started with Horizon. There's a Horizon one, and it's only on PSVR. So you're absolutely right. It's going to be another console war.
Other than Horizon, is there any other games on the horizon, pardon the pun, that are going to be on the PSVR 2? I mean, have they...
Not
They'd
that
be dumb if they
been-
didn't do a Gran Turismo, or if they don't have a mode for Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
But nothing standalone at this point. It's only been dedicated for PSVR 2. Has just been that Horizon game.
That's the only
And
game
have they
but-
hit any price points yet? I know it's going to be expensive. It's
Oh,
not.
you kidding?
Yeah, no. They've got to go $400 or $500.
It's gonna be the same as
Yeah.
the console.
Yeah, it has to be because so to look at the specs in case you forgot, it's so the resolution, the pixels per eye, it's going to be 2000 by 2040 per eye. So it does have the highest resolution out of all the headsets. It actually has better resolution than Oculus Quest 2, even the Valve Index, which is like $1,000 headset. It has a better resolution than that one. It has an OLED screen. It does up to 120 hertz refresh rate, inside-out tracking with the cameras. It actually has eye tracking. It's actually another feature it has. So it does have some standout features compared to some of the other ones. It has eye tracking. Has a 110
Index has
degree
that.
field of view. Nope, it does not. At least
Does
not
it?
according, not standardly. At least according to this chart here that IGN has. Has a headphone jack, 110 degree field of view. It is corded, which is a downfall in the sense that like Oculus Quest 2 can do so much with nothing. And if you do want to play the beefy games, you can plug it in. It's like one single USB cable. I actually was playing Half-Life Alyx on my Oculus 2, my Quest
Be
2.
careful! You're going to summon him.
Oh, shoot.
You have to be careful.
You gotta
What are
warn
you
us when
thinking?
you do that.
I'm
You
sorry.
say it 3 times and he's here, dude.
I'm sorry.
relax.
I'm sorry. I was playing a certain game,
A VR game.
a VR game that maybe should have won Game of the Year one year, but maybe not, according to most people.
A VR game that was made by Valve. Continue.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, like it's so nice to be able, like it's just one USB-C cable. That's it. Boom, and it's in, and I was able to play. So that's such a big downfall, I think, with a lot of headsets when you're like forced to plug it in. And then obviously with the PSVR 2, you have to have a PS5. So those are kind of the specs of it. It's generally the same, other than the eye tracking is a big deal, but other than that, I don't know. It just seems so crazy that we're getting so many like of the same thing, really, and then so many different price points too. Like
I was gonna say, my question would be: would I have this competing with Oculus then, or would I have it more competing with a Valve Index or an Oculus Rift? Because if you think about it, the total price tag for a PSVR 2 is basically $800. Because you have to buy the console to play it. So
based off what I'm reading here on the specs of it, I think it actually, you're probably right. It competes more with like a Rift or the Valve Index, honestly, because it is better than the Quest 2. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna lie to you here. Like it is better than a Quest 2. To me, though, the portability Quest 2 is what makes it so incredible. But you're right.
Yeah.
Like if you're looking for a powerhouse, it's on par with like is it the Rift 2? They have a Rift 2 and then the Valve Index. And honestly, even has some features that are better than both of them. So that worries me more. Does that mean the price point could be even more than what we were saying? Could it be even closer to like $600 or $700?
Index costs so much because it comes with all those cameras and all that extra equipment, right? That's really what you're paying for. I mean, the headset itself is really nice, but you get like 4 extra cameras you put around the room and all the stands and stuff for it. That's what.
Okay. You're right. So I'm looking here for the Valve Index headset and controllers, and it includes Half-Life. A Valve.
The Valve game.
VR game.
You got one more, dude. You
so
got
sorry.
one more.
It's $750, but you can kind of chalk it up to $700 because you can say the $50 is for that game that it comes with. So, so $750. But again, it says you need the base station. It says requires base stations, and it doesn't come with it. So you almost have to buy the $1,000 kit for it to work.
Unless that's just a replacement part.
No. Right here, like I'm on their website. It says you can buy the headset, just the headset and controllers, and it says requires base stations and PC. And you can buy the base station separately. It's $150 for one, and you need at least 2.
And that would all come together in the $1,000 kit, right?
In the $1,000 kit, yeah. So you can buy it separately, but you can't use it. You can buy it, and then it just sits on your shelf until you buy the base station. So basically, you're looking at a $1,000 setup, which is crazy. So But yeah, so does that mean PSVR is? I don't know. I don't. Obviously, they can't justify that because they're not going to have. They don't need base stations and stuff. So maybe we are though looking at like a $600 or $700 price tag compared to just for the technology that's in it.
Right.
Which is
That's
So it
understandable, but
just for the headset,
Right.
headset, which is crazy. Plus a $500 console you gotta have.
they're going to price themselves out. It's going to be hard to get that into a lot of people's hands. I mean,
Well,
but
at the same time, though, the people who are using the Rift and the Index, they're not really looking at a PS5, right? In the first place, they're already going to have PCs.
Yeah,
They're already ultra dedicated into this because they clearly bought the PC to have the absolute best experience.
yeah,
So I would really say that PSVR2 is like the premium of the little guy market, if that of the everyday person market, I should say. Where you have your Oculus Quest, for the people who want to try out something different, or the people who like the fact that it's all self-contained. And then you have your next step up from that, which would be that pseudo premium, kind of like scratching at the surface or at the ceiling of trying to break through to be an Index. And then you have your Index and your Rift at the very top.
right.
So it's more of an enthusiast thing, I would say.
Yeah. I would think it's not going to be that expensive because I don't think anyone with a PS5 would ever, with any console gamer would pay that much for a headset. But based off the technology, like it looks like is in it, it seems like it should be it should cost that much. So
VR1 was at least $400 when it came out.
Right.
And I was gonna suggest $400, like $399.99.
So what I'm thinking is like Sony's just gonna have to take a massive cut on these things. I would think like there's no way they sell it for that. The price tag it needs to be sold at.
They've already done that with the PS5.
Yeah, I was gonna say they can't
console
take a cut on both, a hit on both things. There's no way, unless they're
make
gonna make
less.
like 10 of them.
I just
they're
don't
gonna
see them
make
making
less.
any
That's
sales.
exactly
I don't see them making any sales if they're selling it for more than 600 though, more than 500.
That's the right. So what are they really in this for? They're not gonna make a profit on it.
I have no idea what they're doing. Sony is just. I don't know what they're doing.
You would rather spend all this R&D and trying to make a VR headset than just make another PSP? Really, Sony?
Yeah.
Whatever, man. You guys got it.
Know. They're gonna Sony's gonna sell.
Whatever, man.
You know what they say. All right, let's move on to this next news story here. So this one is Pokemon Presents, February 2022. Everything announced during the Pokemon Day 2022 celebration. Now there was an announcement for an update for Project or Legends Arceus. There was apparently another update for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. But let's just get down to it. Here's the real announcement. Here's what everyone
Gen 9,
actually...
baby!
Generation 9 Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet announced for late 2022. Generation 9 will officially begin later this year, with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet arriving on Nintendo Switch in 2022. This open world game, where various towns with no borders blend seamlessly into the wilderness, will be an evolutionary step for the Pokemon franchise. We were also introduced to the new starter Pokemon, and they are wonderful. When trainers begin their journey, they will choose between the Grass Cat, Sprigatito, the Fire Croc, Fuecoco, or the Water Duckling, Quaxley.
Quaxley! Woo, 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 woo.
Are you really Quaxley, gang?
Quaxley!
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm booting
this
you
was
from
the
call.
toughest starter choice I've had to make in a long time. I mean, a very long time.
Yeah.
But look at my boy,
it
man.
must
He's
have
a
been.
blue-footed
It must have
booby.
Guys, I love your enthusiasm for this, but I have to be completely honest. I'm tapping out because I want nothing to do with any of your Pokemon games. I feel like I'm gonna bout to pull a Garrett and pee my pants if I don't go to the bathroom. So I'll let you guys talk about your Pokemon in amongst yourselves.
Don't worry,
I'll
we
be
got
back.
it.
Sounds
Mute your mic
great.
so we don't
Mute your mic.
hear anything.
He can't hear us.
He did not. Okay.
He did not.
All right.
Okay. All righty. Okay. Maybe hang on one second. Everyone breathe. All right, I muted it for him, at least on Discord. I'll have to remember to go back in the recording and fix that. Alrighty. Well, so yeah, I can't believe you're Quaxley. No, man, you gotta go Foy Coco.
Here's the thing. I could just go all three. I know people are going to be putting them up on the trade system, right? So I'll just wait until people inevitably hatch 85,000 eggs of them trying to get a shiny, and I'll just take one of the other two starters that they don't want, and then I'll have all three. So really, I don't have to choose. It's just the one I want to get first, and that'd be Quaxley. They're all excellent designs. Let's call a spade, right? I would have been happy taking any one of them. But the fact that I get to choose, my boy, my blue-footed boy.
Yeah, I really hope. So, like, I'm excited about Foy Coco. Obviously, he's what is he called here? A croc Pokemon. So I'm super stoked to get like a Feraligatr type deal, but instead of water, freaking fire coming out of them or something.
Well, you hope. We have no idea what they're going to turn into.
We have no idea what the evolutions are, but that's as soon as it said croc Pokemon, I'm like, all right, there's one other croc Pokemon that I know of, and he's pretty sick. So hoping we get something sick like that. But so that they didn't really show off much. The only other thing is they haven't officially announced it, but based off of what we've all seen in the trailer, seems like this is based in like Spain. So it's a very kind of, definitely a Spanish influence. Yeah. And the architecture.
People who are Spaniards are saying, we see a lot of the different architecture, and it's lending itself heavily to Spanish architecture and landmarks and design philosophy. So,
and even I saw someone like mentioning like the names of the Pokemon, like Sprigatito, like Gato being in there. Foy Coco, like Fuego, fire. So yeah, there's a lot of signs pointing it to being in Spain, like Spanish influence. So super exciting. And it really does look good. It looks gorgeous. Like looking at the screenshots,
I don't care what anyone else says. This game looks awesome.
It looks great.
And the fact that we still got 9 months to go, basically, because I'm assuming that it's going to come out for Christmas, because Breath of the Wild is going to get pushed back. You heard it here first. That's why they haven't talked about it in so long. Anyway, man. The fact that they still have 9 months to polish stuff up before launch means that it's going to get better and better with time, just like Arceus did. So I'm stoked. What I saw now looked great.
Yeah. Everything I saw in that trailer, I'm like, okay, I'm in 100%. Like I'm always in on Pokemon. Like I've never seen anything from Pokemon and been like, that looks bad. Like I don't think I've ever thought that. I mean, I've been disappointed by Pokemon games. Like Sword and Shield didn't grab me in the same way, but I've even mentioned it here on the show. Like the reason that happened to me is because it was kind of like culture shock a little bit, just being out of it for so long, and that being my first one threw me off. Like I don't blame Pokemon for that. I blame myself for just like being out of the loop for 10 years or whatever, 15 years. But dude, I'm stoked for this. I can't wait to see more, because they're going to keep teasing stuff. I hope we keep getting little sneak peeks of different Pokemon.
I hope they don't show anything else about the starters. I want to find out what their evolutions are in the game. Don't show me anything else. Everybody else's evolutions, you can go crazy with them. Or all the new Pokemon, because they're going to definitely show off what new Pokemon are going to be in the game.
100%.
But the starters, let me experience that in the game.
Yes, 100%. I'm so excited. It's going to be good. I need to play. I need to still finish Brilliant Diamond and Legends Arceus. So I haven't touched either of them in so long. Because basically once, what was it? I don't know. I've just been like the last few weeks have been so crazy for me. I've like not been able to touch them. You know what it is? It's freaking Metal Gear Portable Ops. I've been trying to beat that stinking game for the book club for what's her name?
Super NPC.
So yeah, Super NPC Radio, and I'm like, that's taking up all my time. To be
fair, Portable Ops is a very valid reason to not have to play Pokemon at this time.
Oh yeah, it's a fantastic,
very good
reason.
Game.
I'm not complaining because I'm not enjoying it. I'm complaining because I want it. There's so many awesome games I want to play.
It's such a fantastic. This is the best problem that I have in my life. Is having too many awesome things. I am stuck in Elden Ring, and I have yet to go to the third area of Arceus. And then we got Triangle Strategy coming out this week. Oh my God. We are eating so good this year. And Kirby comes out in 2.5 weeks.
Are you kidding me? That soon?
2.5 or 3 weeks. We are eating good this year, Garrett. Splatoon comes out in summer. Oh my God.
Here's the deal, Adrian. We're not eating good this year because if I buy all these games, I won't be able to feed my family. We're not eating good.
I'm talking about content-wise, we are eating very well.
Yes. Food-wise, we're eating
Nintendo.
ramen. Food-wise, it's ramen. Ramen for
God of
dinner.
War is supposed to come out this year.
I totally forgot about that.
Yep.
Man.
Starfield's supposed to come out this year.
Oh man. Okay. All right. We got to move on before my
Guys, did I miss it? Can we
sobbing
still
on
talk
the
about Pokemon?
No, we're good. We're just talking about all the stuff coming out this year.
Oh man.
Right.
Dang.
Oh shoot, JJ.
Oh man. Next time, boys.
Oh, I
Next
forgot
time.
I muted him. We can't hear him. Hang on. And all right, now we can hear you. You left your mic unmuted, and so I muted you. So in case you did anything inappropriate off camera, you know.
Yeah. Okay. All I was saying like, man, did I miss anything? Like, can we still talk about Pokemon? Then like Adrian said, you guys already did it, and I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
Oh dang.
devastated. Just
We are
devastated.
just getting ready to move on to our next news story. Classic games will reportedly be a major part of PlayStation's Game Pass rival. This comes from VGC by Jordan Midler. They write that speaking on his premium giant bomb show, Grub Snacks, it's a paywalled show that's transcribed by VGC. Venture Beats Jeff Grubb claimed to have obtained new information on Sony's yet-to-be-announced subscription service. It's probably getting pretty close to this actually launching. Something's probably going to happen by the end of this month, and I don't think that necessarily means publicly. I think in terms of its internal milestone of where the service needs to be. According to the journalist, Spartacus will be comprised of 3 tiers priced at up to $16 a month. Right now they're called, and this is in quotes, Jeff Grubb is saying this, right now they're called Essential, Extra, and Premium, Grubb claimed. The pricing, again, could be a placeholder, but the pricing is $10 a month for the Essential, $13 a month for Extra, and $16 a month for Premium. For comparison, Xbox Game Pass currently offers 3 tiers, the Ultimate tier, which is $10.99 per month, and offers access to EA Play. The PC tier is $7.99 and offers access to PC Game Pass. And the final tier is the Console tier, which is also $7.99 and offers access to Game Pass library, but not EA Play or the cloud streaming. Grubb went on to explain that what he heard players will get for each tier. For Premium at $16 a month, do you get full games? Not really. Kinda. It's like EA Play. You get full game trials. I don't know if that's for every single game that comes out, but it seems like that. Grubb
Lame.
said.
Boo.
Yeah, not liking that, the sound of that. While PlayStation has offered game trials in the past for certain titles, Grubb implies that all PlayStation first-party titles could offer these trials as part of the Premium tier. Grubb continued, you also get classic games and streaming. None of the other tiers will have cloud streaming, so you also get classic games. He then expanded, I don't know what classic games means, but I do know that it's a major part of this premium tier. So you have game trials, classic games, and streaming on this premium tier. PlayStation has been the notable exception in recent years when it comes to providing access to its huge back catalog on modern platforms. While Xbox Series users can play certain games from as far back as the original Xbox, and PlayStation 5 can only play PlayStation 4 titles natively.
Yeah, PlayStation is the only one that doesn't give you their whole back catalog. Only PlayStation. Not another certain giant Japanese company. But we'll get just PlayStation.
I mean, you can't play everything on Nintendo, but you can play a lot of things.
You can play a few things compared to the total library size.
That's true.
As long as you play everything from the Wii on there, that's all that really matters, right?
That ain't even on there.
For the extra tier, you get a downloadable game catalog. Anything on PS Now that was downloadable seems like it would be in here. Which Grubb has heard includes over 250 to 300 games or something like that. You don't get cloud streaming, but you do get the 300 games you can download. PlayStation Now currently offers hundreds of PS3 and PS4 games to stream, with PlayStation 4 games being available to download. Essential is PlayStation Plus with the monthly games just like you know it today. The current PlayStation Plus offering includes cloud saving, monthly free games, and discounts. PlayStation players also need a PlayStation Plus in order to play games online, so this doesn't apply to free-to-play titles. So here's how he's breaking it down. There's the essential is basically, because the idea, all the rumors are pointing at, PlayStation is getting rid of PlayStation Now, and PlayStation is getting rid of PlayStation Plus. And they're just going to have one service that you pay for, and it's going to be called, well, we don't know what it's going to be called, but it's going to be whatever this Project Spartacus is. And you can either get the base level of Project Spartacus, which is PlayStation Plus, the extra, which is PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, and then Premium, which is PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now, and game streaming and cloud streaming and trials, it sounds like. This doesn't sound like Game Pass at all to me. I don't know why people keep comparing it to as a Game Pass competitor, because we've even done an article on this before, and we called it the Game Pass competitor, but now that more information's coming out, this doesn't sound like Game Pass at all.
It's not competing at all, really.
And it sounds
if you
like
think about just the feature set alone,
yeah,
right? When you get Game Pass, you get access to old Xbox titles with backwards compatibility. You get access to current Xbox titles and third parties, and then you get access to day one releases that are Microsoft published or developed. Plus, you get cloud streaming. Plus, you still get games with gold stuff because it counts as an Xbox Live subscription. So really, you're getting a third of what Game Pass offers at the same price. And it's not even going to be, the entire, this is what we talked about right before the show, when we were going over the breakdown of what the show was going to be. In order for Sony to make a case for this being as expensive as it is, it needs to have the whole PlayStation history and catalog. It has to have not just the bangers from PS1. It's got to have anything that Sony has published or developed from each generation. And they're not going to do that because it's too much red tape, number one, and it's too much having to go back and develop stuff and tweak stuff to make it run on, even though PS5 can easily run 1, 2, and 3 games. I don't want to hear any way that it can't. When Series X and Series S are running original Xbox 360 and Xbox One games just fine.
Yeah.
So I know they're not going to do that. We know they're not going to do that. So what is the kicker here that's going to make me want to pay $16 a month when I'm barely getting any benefits? I'm getting demos. Demos should be free.
Yeah. If they were to do it the way that you're suggesting it, by giving everything up and trying to really go full bore against Game Pass with that type of setup, I think they could really compete because of what they have in their catalog. Their catalog is enormous. And one thing that I have a question about is with PlayStation Plus changing, for those of us who bought the PS5 and have the PS Plus collection, that's 20 of the best and biggest titles from PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 era. And are we just going to lose out on all that stuff? Or is that going to be stuff that...
I imagine that'll just be part of whatever that bottom tier, whatever the Essentials is. So that'll be part... Because Essentials is basically just PlayStation Plus, but with a different name. So I think it'll just be... I think it'll still be compared to that.
That PS Plus collection is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
The thing about it is it's only in a fraction of what PlayStation has developed or published over the decades.
Yeah.
So when I keep circling back, that's the hump they have to get over is you have to give me more than just these 20 games. They're all phenomenal games, granted, but they're all PS4 games. You made 3 consoles before that.
Right.
We didn't forget, you know?
Yeah, I really hope that Jeff Grubb is either completely wrong or there's more to it than what he's sharing, because if it's just what he's sharing, this sucks so bad.
It has to be some Area 51 secret super feature that they haven't told anybody about, and they're just going to drop it when they announce the service.
because what they're explaining right here is, yeah, it's less than what they currently offer. Like PlayStation Now has more than, like this says 250 to 300 games. PlayStation Now has like over 800 games. Like it's a massive library. Like, so they're lessening their library and making it so some games you like, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. So I'm really worried about this. I really hope, either he's completely wrong or there's some top secret thing that he just doesn't know about it, or he's not saying, because man, this is sad. This is really sad if this is
no way I pay
Game Pass arrival.
Like,
man.
I ain't no way I'm paying $16 a month for that.
Yeah.
And no day one. Yeah, right.
Nope. Don't know about this. So
I think they don't need. I think that if they go with the whole catalog, they don't need the day one.
No, and exactly.
Does.
If they had the whole catalog, then that would be something that you could rival with. That's a huge playing card. But like we were saying, that takes too much work. So if they don't have that, they should have day one. If they're not going to have day one and they're not going to have the back catalog, what's your killer feature here? Your killer app?
Yeah, Dan in the chat, he's saying he kind of agrees. New titles should be included in this PlayStation service if they want to get even close to Game Pass. Like, that is such an incredible thing with Game Pass.
It is.
Like, the fact that, like, Halo Infinite came out and, like, oh, I can just play the campaign. Like, I'm in I'm looking forward to what you mentioned, Starfield later this year. Like, I'll be able to play that, like, day one. Like, absolutely insane. Yeah. So, that's honestly, like, if they did that, man, then they would actually be competing. Then you'd be playing with power. But right now, boy,
wait,
Sony,
that's Nintendo.
Yeah, I was like, hold on now. You're mixing your
You're mixing your metaphors. It's like, come on, man.
Come on, I was just going for it.
I knew what you meant.
Just play with me.
Time, all right?
Play with me. Come on, play with me, guys. Play with me. All right, that's it for the nerdy nudes this week. Now it is time.
Okay.
What?
He was just threatening me because, like, we're allowed.
I was watching those wheels turn over there.
You keep setting up these perfect, like, dirty jokes that, like, just they write themselves, Garrett. And I'm trying to be clean, and I'm trying not to go into that inner demon, but it's hard.
Pardon, am I gonna have to throw you out? Pardon?
You're fired.
You're fired. Pardon.
Don't be surprised, kids, when I don't show up on the show, because Garrett has, like, put the hammer down, like, let me go, because I don't know how to play ball.
It's fine. I'll just put you more behind the scenes. You'll become a writer for a show or something like that. How about that?
You can imagine if I wrote for this show, like, how dirty your verbiage would be.
Boy.
Like, it would be bad. Very bad.
Okay, maybe he'll just be a consultant that I don't listen to. All right. Adrian, hit us with that Super Indie Boys this week.
Let's go. I've got a more laid back pick for you this week. It's a title that is on, I believe, just Steam, maybe Steam and the developer's website. Okay. I can't remember if I've talked about it before, but if I have, it definitely deserves more looks and love. It is called Kind Words, and it basically you are in a room, and it's kind of like floating in a multi-dimensional, I guess maybe space, you could say. And there's lo-fi music playing. It's a really chill space, and you get letters from other people who are playing the quote unquote playing the game, and you can really just you can write anything you want in a letter. And it could be, for example, hey, I'm having a real tough time in school, right? And they'll send you that letter, and then you can write them back something. You can write anything, but the game is called Kind Words, so you want to kind of stick to that theme. So it's like, hey, I know it's really rough right now. Hang in there. I'm sure you can figure it out. And then it'll go back to that person, and it's all anonymous, right? So you never know who's writing to you, and you never know what you're gonna get. So, and sometimes there's some really heavy stuff, like people are just going there and they're just telling you about some stuff that they have going on, and this is just a good opportunity for people to practice the art of being kind and reaching out a hand to people who need it when they need one, when they can't get it from clearly anybody in their lives at the time. That's why they're writing these letters out to the void, hoping that something comes back. So that is my pick for the week. I really enjoy what this game is trying to do, and I definitely think that you should pick it up. I think it's only like $5 too on Steam.
Yeah, $4.99, $5 on Steam. And yeah, I've heard about this game too before, where it's like, yeah, so the letters you receive are from other people playing the game, which is so crazy, and then you can respond back to them, and I don't know, that's really cool. And the fact that the whole point of it is like, hey, like, be kind, like, and
it's not even just encouraging people. It you can literally just have like a pen pal conversation. Somebody could just say, hey, how you doing today? And then you can go, I'm doing good. This happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me. And it goes right back to them. So it's really neat.
It's really cool.
And that sounds like I would have a lot of fun. Like
no, you'd be kicked off.
Fun playing this
you'd
game.
be kicked off instantly.
Really?
Yeah.
For sure.
I can be poignant. I can say kind
see
things.
that the JJ, when he was telling the story about his daughter, that guy could play kind words. The other guy, the guy that got fired, no way.
Not so much, right?
Not so much. All right, well, you heard it here first. Go check out Kind Words. It's called Kind Words, and then parentheses, lo-fi chill beats to write to. So go check that out on Steam. Yeah, I don't know if it's anywhere else, but for $5, I might pick it up just to, like, because it seems like one of those games where, like, yeah, you're going through something stressful and you just need to, like, let it out. Yeah. Or maybe you're feeling just really, like,
charitable.
Oh man, yeah, like, oh man, I just want to, like, talk to someone and see how someone's day's doing and jump on there, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And it says here you can share stickers, so there you go.
Oh.
Trade stickers and listen to chill music. Sounds like a blast to me. All right, guys, thank you so much, Adrian, for that Super Indie Boys. I love how we've had some elements of just some nice, lighthearted, kind, soft, such a opposing episode to last week. That was very.
Why are you looking at me?
We can be nice when we want to. Okay, we are multifaceted individuals. Thank you very much.
I kid.
Like an onion.
Like an onion.
Exactly like an onion.
I just mean that it makes you fart. Like, if you eat like a whole onion, you're gonna,
I was thinking the bad breath thing, but same. Both things can happen.
No, it works.
Alrighty, guys, let's get into our Patreon ad. All right, this is the part of the show where I tell you to go over to patreon.com/supergamerboys and support us over there. You can support us starting at just $1 a month. Throw us $1, you get episodes early and ad-free, such as this show, such as our Super Gamer Book Club hosted by Adrian. Last month's episode was Metroid Dread featuring Zetch, Patrick Ellers, and Connor McCabe. This coming week, we're going to be recording the next episode, hopefully coming out soon at the beginning of the month. It is Streets of Rage 4 featuring, we haven't said who it's featuring, maybe that's a surprise, so I'm not going to say that yet because it may not be 100% confirmed, but look forward to it. It's going to be fun and exciting. You can also get show notes early before the show comes out, know what we're going to talk about, leave your own comments, questions, concerns on the news stories, on the questions, on what you're playing, whatever you want to throw on there. And also, there's our producer tier, Patreon producer, where you can pitch us different segments. We've done Tall Tales with JJ. We've done Super Indie Boys was originally a pitch segment. We had Losing Reviews, our old producer back in the day, Matt Liu. Our newer, one of our newest Patreon producers, Eddie, is pitching a segment that may be expanding into something here soon. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, we are very appreciative of all who support us over there. Thank you all so much. And yeah, if you want to join the team, help us make cool things, go over there. Check it out. We'd appreciate it. And remember, if you're watching here on Twitch, go ahead and throw your free sub. You probably have a Twitch Gaming. Is that what it's called now? Twitch Gaming or Prime Gaming? Prime Gaming sub. That's
Prime Gaming.
Yeah. So if you have Amazon Prime, it means you have Prime Gaming You can link your Twitch and Amazon account. You have a free subscription every single month. Throw that free Prime Gaming sub towards us. Costs you $0, and we get $5. Helps us, and you get some sweet emotes. You get to use our beautiful faces in other people's chats around the world. So check it out. Now, let's get on with the show. Alrighty, guys, let's wrap this thing up. What have you all been playing, JJ?
I have been playing Sea of Thieves. My son
Whoa!
started playing Sea of Thieves.
I was like, wait a minute now. Hold on.
Yeah, so he's fallen in love with Sea of Thieves. And that was the big deal. Was like, hey, come in here and play and check this out. That game is fun.
You realize that's how I met Boba Fletch, Nate Fletcher, the streamer, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who has been on our show, that cool guy. I thought it was
from that night where you guys did that menage a trois.
He didn't know what that was. How could he do it?
I
don't. No, he's when he first started off Twitch streaming, he played Sea of Thieves, and I never played it, but I would watch him for hours playing Sea of Thieves, and then we were like, hey, let's play games together, and we started playing other stuff together, but. Yeah, you should hit up. I think Dan plays too. Hit up Dan and hit up Boba. They'd probably play Sea of Thieves with you.
No, sweet.
Get a whole crew together.
That game is pretty freaking fun. I tell you what, when you're getting attacked by skeletons and you got water coming in the bottom deck of the ship, and you have to scoop that out of there, and you got people trying to drive and shoot cannons at the same time and repair the sails. It's pretty fun.
Right on. Well, I just barely started, but it is very, very colorful and fun, and it's something cool that I'm getting to do with my son. So he's really into it, and I'm like, I don't want to play another Fortnite type, but you know what? It's not like Fortnite at all. It's a blast. It's fun.
No, yeah, that's awesome. I'm so glad you're playing it. That's cool. Adrian, what have you been playing?
Do we have to guess? We know what everyone is playing right now. Of course, it's Elden Ring.
All the cool people are playing it. I see.
My goodness. What a game that is. I am so scared for my free time. Garrett, you were talking about we were supposed to be doing this book club here. I don't know how we're going to be able to do it. I know I have to play Streets of Rage 4 again, but I don't see anywhere in my schedule where that's going to be able to fit in. I'm sorry. I'm telling you right now.
Maybe we can just do the episode while you're playing it. Like, you can be playing it, and we can all be playing it. We all just have to get Xboxes. We can play it together while we're recording an episode about Streets of Rage 4.
and is Elden Ring available on Game Pass, or do you have to buy the game?
It's a purchase, yeah.
Okay.
But, woo boy, you know what though, JJ? I will tell you ahead of time, these games are notoriously difficult,
hard
on purpose.
Yeah,
it's the same people who made the Dark Souls games, the Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Yeah, all those games. Yeah,
that's a whole nother level of difficulty that I am not up to.
I just watched Jacksepticeye on his YouTube channel. He just played through Bloodborne. I watched him play through the entire thing, and he literally beat it in it was 5 episodes, and each episode was anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours long, and he just blew through it. But he's also played 100 times and beat it 100 times.
Oh, well, that's why.
And I was like, I literally can't get past the first 20 minutes of the game, and here he just beat it in
it's
10
muscle
hours
memory
or
at that
something.
point.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he knows the best build to cheese the game. He also has muscle memory of how to dodge attacks and do spells, and he knows exactly where to go on the golden path. So
which
it makes
honestly,
sense he'll be able to beat it.
Honestly, watching that though in his build, I was like, maybe this is the first From Software game I can attempt, because I was like, maybe I'll just try his build and try some of his tactics. He kind of teaches as he's playing. I'm like, maybe this is how I finally beat Bloodborne.
Right. You can be a wizard and you can just hang in the back and just shoot spells the entire time. Yeah.
Oh, well,
you can get a wand and everything.
Oh, I love a good wand.
You can absolutely do that. I'm watching you.
Again,
I kind of fished for that one a little bit as I was saying it. I like looked at JJ.
It's like you're poking the bear. Stop it. Stop it.
But yes, the game is phenomenal. I'm scared for my free time and my sanity. I'm loving every moment of it. I feel like I've maybe scratched the surface of this iceberg. It's gorgeous. I have no idea really what the lore is hinting at yet, but there is tons and tons of it. I've been, as I was saying earlier today, I've been transported to different areas of the map. I've been above ground, below ground, underwater, attacked by crabs, attacked by turtles, mobs of orcs, knights, giants, you name it. I've probably been beat up by it, except for pot boys. But
Pot boys.
Man, what a freaking game.
So good, man. I hate it. I hate that everyone loves it because I want to play it and I know I can't play it because
now
so
you can't put it down on like childlike difficulty.
You can't change a difficulty. It just is what it is. It's hard. It's just hard.
It is what it is. You gotta keep hitting your head against that wall until you break through.
Yep. It's the worst.
The best.
Yeah, I know. I know the point of him doing that, the creators, because it's like, oh, when you finally beat it, the fulfillment you have, like the feeling of just like, I accomplished this crazy, like I surmounted this crazy obstacle. But man, like, is it really that worth it when like you're alienating so many players who might potentially play your game? I don't know.
Or
when you finally memorize those patterns and you can walk up and just move, dodge, know when to hit, and you get that last hit after like your 80 billionth attempt of trying to kill this boss, when you're like, I'm getting ready to give up, I'm going to another area, and you can feel it in your bones when you know this is the run, this is the one, I'm gonna get him, and you get him. Oh, the high you get off of that, my man.
It does make you like go nuts when you have a really hard, difficult part.
Yeah,
you lose over and over and over again, and when you finally do beat it, it's like it's elating. It's like just a complete elation. You know,
the sense of accomplishment.
All right,
and then the game goes, "Hey, I
so.
got another one that's 3 times as hard and has 4 times as much health. Good luck."
Right.
Yeah, man. All right. We'll see. Well, maybe if there's a lull this year, I'll pick it up. But yeah, well, that's not happening.
Good luck with that.
I have been playing actually a very, for my liking, a pretty difficult game. I've been playing Sifu on PS5. That is actually an extremely difficult game. Again, a game that like doesn't have difficulty levels as far as I know, and very much just beating your head against the wall for a lot of it. But I just love the art, the aesthetic, the music, the soundtrack to it. I posted a clip on Twitter of me. There's like a hallway scene where I just like wailed on people, and it wasn't. I'm not gonna say it was a perfect run. It's not like I got through it without any hits on me, but the whole time I'm doing it, and I've done that scene probably like 100 times because I've died like 100 times and had to like go back to the beginning of the game, because that's also like it's a roguelike. So when you die, you just go back to the beginning. Every time I do it though, I feel like such a badass doing it, because it's just like, especially as you get better and better, and I'm learning the combos, and you're just like, you know, parry this, block that, stab that guy, pick up this glass beer bottle and throw it at that guy in the back. Okay, now block this and do a backflip, and you're just like, oh man, it feels so freaking cool. And I love how the camera even pans to the side, like, because the whole time the game is normally behind your back on the shoulder, but there's this one hallway scene where the camera goes and pans to the side, so it reminds me of like a very cinematic, like John Wick style, like just shot or something like that. Oh, so fun. But yeah, I'm getting to the point now though where like I feel like I've learned all the mechanics. And because that was what I was complaining about last week. I'm like, I'm at the point where I just need to learn the mechanics. This week, I feel like I've learned the mechanics. My skill level is pretty topped out. I'm kind of just at a point where I just need to grind a bit to like upgrade some things, like some abilities and combos and stuff in order to actually like progress. Because I'm stuck on like I get all the way to the second boss on the second level, or the first. There's one boss per level. I get on the boss on the second level, and just cannot beat him. Yeah, like I hang in there for like a good minute, and then I'm just laid out flat, and I did like no damage to him. I'm like, okay, something's got to give.
See, you're already doing it, Garrett. You can come over here.
I know.
You can come over. You can come be a tarnished with me.
I know, but
you just exactly described the same thing that I'm going through right now.
I know, Adrian. But there's something about Sifu that seems so much more obtainable because it's not a 90-hour game.
See, that's the problem. It's not 90 hours. That's just 90 hours that people have been in the first area. That game is probably hundreds of hours long, and that's why it scares me so bad.
Yeah, because like with Sifu, it's like I know there's an ending because like the whole story of it is like you have this hit list. You just got to kill those people and you win. So it's like, okay, I know there's X amount of levels in the game, and then I beat it. I'm done. Quote unquote done. Obviously, people will keep playing it over and over, going to find secrets and stuff. But where with Elden Ring, yeah, I know it's like, oh, there's no end in sight. You don't finish the game. Like that scares me. That terrifies me, Adrian. That's
it gets
scary.
harder and harder.
All right. Well, that's all I have for the show this week. Thank you all so much for listening. We appreciate all of you who watch live on Twitch, and for you who subscribe to our podcast, either on YouTube or on podcast services. Thank you so much for listening later. We appreciate that support. Also, the support of patreon.com/supergamerboys, where you can, toss some money our way, help us make cool things, help us make awesome content. Think about supporting us over there if you really like our show and enjoy what we do for you each and every week here. We would absolutely love that. And there's some cool things in the works. I really hope this ball keeps rolling because, we'll see. There might be some cool new stuff coming from Super Gamer Boys soon. So stay tuned for that. sgbstore.com. You can support us over there by buying some sick merch, which, oh man, I feel so bad. I have to issue a public announcement, PS public service, not a public service.
What'd you break?
This is my I need to apologize. This is my public apology. Clip this out, put it on YouTube, put it on TikTok, wherever I gotta go. I don't know, TikTok, Instagram. I besmirched and badmouthed the TSA a few weeks back. Remember when I got back from New York and I could not find my Super Gamer Boys crew neck, which I absolutely love and adore, and it's my favorite sweater ever, which you can get at sgbstore.com. I thought it was gone because it was after we got back from that trip. It was not in my suitcase, from what I understood, anyways. Well, I was flipping through my closet the other day and flipping through my hangers. I'm a flannel guy for whatever reason. I haven't wore flannel in months, but I have a closet full of flannels. And in between two of my shirts was this hanger. It's lower than all the other ones. It was a different brand hanger. All my hangers are the same except for this one. It was lower and it was pushed back. And when I opened this up, it was like the moment and like, I don't know, Indiana Jones and just like the treasure glowing on my face and just like, like this epic music swelling. And there it was, my Super Gamer Boys crew neck hanging there on the hanger. I'm like, oh man. And immediately, what was funny, I was just stoked. I'm like, babe, look, babe, I found it. I was so excited.
She's like, yeah, I put it there.
No, she didn't say that. She's like, oh, you must have put it there and forgot. I'm like, yeah, I probably did that. But she's like, you have to apologize about the TSA now, like to the TSA now, because like,
because you were gonna get pulled out of line and get one of those body cavities.
Yeah, bro. Like, I was like on the podcast to friends, to family, to everyone, everywhere and everything. I was talking bad about that TSA agent in Rochester, New York. And boy, whoever you are, TSA agent in Rochester, New York, I'm very sorry. And
he's probably watching right now, like, thank you.
I would
Told
beg.
you.
I would beg for some like Chris Farley pulling you out of line at the TSA, going, "All right, Mr. Morlang, we're gonna have you come on over here. You're gonna have to drop trow. It's very obvious you got cocaine up your anus."
Oh man, so yeah, I'm gonna be flying here in a couple weeks, so I had to get that out there. So there's no incidents with the TSA on this trip. That's what I'm going for.
Oh, they're gonna
Incident-free.
they're gonna give you some crap. Absolutely.
Oh no. Oh man, they're like, hey, I heard you was making
Right.
fun of my buddy in Rochester.
Right. Over in Rochester. Oh, we'll show you. Good luck getting on this plane.
Oh man. All right. Well, so yeah, go check out sgbstore.com so you can have the wonderfully cozy SGB sweater or stickers, t-shirts, whatever you want over there. Shout out to Jack Sriracha and Yate for allowing us to use their music on our show. Please find them on Spotify, find them on Apple Music. Their music is absolutely wonderful to listen to. And you can find us during the week at supergamerboys.com, Twitter and Instagram at supergamerboys. I am on Twitter and Instagram at gmorlang. Adrian, where can they find you at?
You can find me any and everywhere at Homeboy.
And JJ, who has been very active on social media lately. Where can they find you at?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JJPurdom, and I have been. I'm tweeting like what you would call almost regularly.
Proud of you.
Regularly, yeah. Very, very impressed with you.
Look at you getting hip and with it.
I'm having my son do all those things. I just kind of tell him what to say, and then he tweets it out.
You're just paying your son. Like, I'll give you a buck if you do a tweet for me.
I'll give you some V-Bucks if you tweet this out
That's
for
a
me.
skin. That's a skin. That's what that is. Yeah.
Oh, man. That's an expensive tweet. Oh, man. All right, cool. Well, that's all I got for the show. JJ, do you mind taking us out?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for
Oh, no. Oh, no.
He was thinking about this the whole episode.
Wait. No. Hang on. Oh, no.
He's
Please,
been
I
waiting
beg
for
you.
this moment. You can just tell he's been savoring it. Look at him. Go ahead.
for Garrett Morlang and for Adrian Homeboy Holmes and for
Oh,
myself.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
No. Wait. No. What were you? Go on, JJ. Come on. What were you? Give it to me. Hit me with it. What were you going to say?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for Genital Warts Morlang, for Adrian Homeboy Holmes, and for myself, Juicy JJ Purdom.
There it is.
We are the Super Gamer Boys.
And we will catch you on the flippity flop.
Oh, thank God. Elden Ring time.
Hey,
I'm out of here.
They got cream for that stuff. Too. I'm just saying.
All right. That's enough.